Hello, my name is Quincy Campbell. I'm the producer of this little show, and I'm excited to share about more upcoming Soundscapes episodes. But first, let me tell you where I'm standing. The Redstone Quarry is a long, narrow quarry about 3 acres in size. This location was particularly appealing to those harvesting this bedrock because it was readily accessible right in town. It also has a very durable quality, which is why it was favored in construction. Moncton Quartzite is a Cambrian-era sedimentary stone. The striations that we can see along the quarry cut are from different minerals and sizes. On the horizontal part of the bedrock that's been carved away, you can see ripples that were made in the sand by water and were preserved in the bedrock. It was formed in the Iapetus Ocean, which is a precursor to what the Atlantic Ocean is now. The interesting thing, if we're to identify this as a natural community, that is that it's not really natural at all because it's a man-made feature, but over time, organic muck has accumulated here that the cattails are growing in. That's their substrate. And it's fairly shallow. You could walk out completely and go all the way over to the quarry wall in some areas, and in others it's a quite deep pond, which is still covered in ice at this point. But if we were going to categorize this at all, technically, because there is an outlet at the south end of the quarry, I do believe it is a marsh. It's fairly chilly today. It's probably only a little more than 40 degrees, and it's been drizzling and raining with mixed precipitation, but it's still pretty cold for April. So much for spring. What a joke. One of the major goals of Soundscapes is to document important phenology, some of the natural cycles and phenomena that we see throughout the year. So in the coming weeks, Soundscapes will be taking you to vernal pools and the major spring amphibian migration, and I'm very excited about that. While I don't see any amphibian life emerging just yet, it's a little too early and cold for that. There are still plenty of winter birds around, especially the cardinal, which my friend Audrey calls the laser bird, known for its very distinct call that sounds like a space laser of some kind. I both love and dislike this part of spring. Yes, life is beginning to emerge again, but all the buried detritus of winter is exposed as the snow melts, such as the trash lining the streets and sidewalks. Someone reminded me recently of T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land, and Eliot writes, "April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. Winter kept us warm, covering earth in forgetful snow, feeding a little life with dried tubers." That, for me, is very evocative of what this time is now. And that concludes this Soundscapes episode for the first full week in April. I hope to bring you back here in the future in another season. We can see what's changed. This is Quincy Campbell. Have a great week.